Hello dear aquascapers, it's time for a nice Iwagumi. It will be an easy task because I already play around with the hardscape. So now that I figure everything out, I just have to move the pieces inside. But this style isn't an easy one. And despite the fact that I've built hundreds of aquascapes, this will only be my second Iwagumi. First I will start with a layer of tropical soil. Not a lot of soil. Lot of people use Ada power sand as the first layer. I will also use some crumbled lava to get colonized by bacteria in a mesh bag. This way I can also reuse it as many times as I want. In Iwagumi we normally don't glue the stones, but I couldn't achieve what I wanted other way. The second stone is also glued. This stone somehow looks like Romanian Sphinx, a part of the Bucegi mountain. It wasn't my intention, but it resembles a lot with the Sphinx. More tropical soil. If you like the hardscape as much as I do, stay until the end to see the planting as well. Here's the plant selection. We'll start with the back of the tank with Eleocharis acicularis. Usually, I plant dry, but this time I will try to wet the soil before planting. With Eleocharis I always start with the external ring. Doesn't matter if it's Eleocharis parvula or acicularis. This will grow like 15 maybe 20 centimeters, so I will plant it mostly in the area where I need a tall plant to pop behind the rocks. I covered a huge area with a single cup. Usually a cup is enough to cover an area as big as your hand is, if you split it well. The soil must be dry for sure, but the aquascaper could have a beer. A beer is great for inspiration. With Eleocharis I try to define the hardscape as much as possible, and I also focus to cover the shadier area near the hardscape where Hascecuba wouldn't grow because of the low light. With all those fancy tweezers, but sometimes I still prefer to plant bare hands. Tomorrow I will add the water as well. Something like this. I normally don't record evolution so early, but this tank evolved quite well. Very few plant melting. I absolutely love how this scape turned around. I use a cycled filter for this, so that helped me a lot and allowed me to use so many fish early on. I have also made daily water changes until now. I had some diatoms problems, so I replaced the fish with smaller ones to produce less waste, and that also allowed me to drop in many shrimps. A great cleaning crew. These grumpy autosynchronous also helped a lot, and now the tank is clean and ready for a show off. If you reach so far in this video, do me a big one and smash that like button, that way YouTube will like me as well. And subscribe to keep in touch with my next videos, especially a surprise one involving this tank. And if you enjoy the Iwagumi style, here is another scape for you and my method to propagate carpeting plants for free.